Hi, this is Gene from Listening in Radio, KB9001 MWDX, KB9001 SWL, KB9001 SSB, and adding to that, I now have a worldwide sideband call sign, which was issued to me by the worldwide sidebanders, and my new call sign is Whiskey Whiskey Sierra 4209. And with that in mind, I just want to get into what's been going on over the last 3 months or so, starting in November. I was involved with Shortwave Radio Contest as a sponsor. Listening in Radio was a sponsor, which is really cool. And I also participated in the Top 10 DX Shortwave contest, but the Top 10 contest wasn't based on like number of transmitters that you got. It was 10 transmitters, only 10 shortwave transmitters that you logged, which sounds unusual. But the way you scored in the Top 10 DX contest was by the accuracy of your log. It was really a good exercise in learning to log traffic properly in a proper format. Good idea. If somebody's interested next year with this contest, it would be a good way to learn how to put together messages for routing and accuracy in your logging. So, and I log everything. I'm like log OCD. I log medium wave contacts or medium wave AM stations. I log shortwave stations. I log all my ham radio contacts and then some. I log a lot of stuff. Like I said, I'm all about logging. I guess I'm a bit of a paper chaser, and I like to log stuff. I kind of feel like I'm capturing that call sign or radio station call sign to put in my log, and it kind of belongs to me. Some of them are redundant because the world knows there's not a lot of shortwave stations in the world anymore. Though maybe in the future there might be more. Hey, you never know what's going to happen. But anyhow, I'm supporting shortwave. But I was a sponsor in the worldwide shortwave contest, and I had donated an XH Data D328 12-band radio, and the winner of that was in Pakistan. And when I started packaging it up, I packaged it up as soon as I got his information, and the winner was Akil Bashir, and I put it together and I threw it in the mail to him internationally, and he got back to me and he said, "Hey, do me a favor, if you're going to send it, don't send it." And I'm like, well, why not? Why can't I send it? And he told me that the tariffs are extremely high in Pakistan. But I told him I already sent it, but he managed to get somebody to help him pay for that tariff so he could get the radio. But he sent me a letter or an email thanking me for that. And I just want to read this real quick because it was really heartfelt to me. And this is what he said. He said, "Dear Mr. Gene Stevens, I hope this email finds you well. I am writing you to express my sincere gratitude for the incredible SWL contest you sponsored, where I was fortunate enough to emerge as a winner. It is with immense joy that I received the radio, the prize that I won in the contest. Your generosity has truly made a significant impact on my passion for shortwave listening. I want to convey my heartfelt thanks for the radio gift. Your commitment to the radio community is truly commendable, and I am honored to have participated in an event that you supported. Once again, thank you for this fantastic gift. I look forward to enjoying countless hours of radio exploration with it. Best regards, Akil Bashir of Pakistan." And I responded back to him, and I'm honored to have sent that to him. I hope that it puts him on a lifetime of radio and becoming a radio operator and monitoring shortwave and electronics. I just think it's wonderful. It really warmed my heart that he sent this to me. I really appreciate it. And anyway, moving on. In the Top 10 DX contest, I just want to mention this. It was kind of fun. I actually ended up making the grade. I got on the list, and I was 31st in the entire nation. Or I'm sorry, in the entire world. I was 31st in the world, and then 4th place in North America, and 3rd place in the United States. And it's kind of cool. I went all the way to the bottom. There were a few people underneath me, but I kind of went to the bottom of the best of the pack in 31st in the world. But it was based upon my accuracy, and I had to get a couple emails from the organizers who were telling me, "Hey, you made some mistakes. Why don't you fix it and resubmit it?" If I hadn't had to do that, if I had understood the total nature of the contest and the logging requirements, I probably would have done a lot better in the United States. But it looks like there wasn't a lot in the U.S., which I'd like to encourage people. There are shortwave contests. There's going to be another shortwave contest, I believe, sometime during the summer. I'll try to figure out when that's going to be, and I'll let everybody know. But participate. All it is a matter of taking some listening time and submitting logs. It's pretty easy to do. If you enter the top 10 shortwave DX contest, be sure, unlike me, you really read through the instructions and do it exactly as they tell them to do. I'm a little bit of a freelancer myself. I have bad logging habits after so many years of logging. But I figured out that what I did wrong. So hopefully next year I'll be a little bit higher on the scale. So anyway, as I said, I have a new call sign that came from the worldwide sideband people, and it's WWS 4209. Sorry, WWS 4209. And I just want to get into logging a little bit, and I want to talk about DXing on CB, sideband. It's becoming a big thing, and it's legal now. It was made legal, I believe, in 2016, from what I read up online. It is legal for you to get a radio and to do DX. What's really surprising to me is most of the DX on Citizens Band, on sideband, it's up around 36, 37, 38, 39. So those channels. A little bit of free banding, I think, going on there, but be careful. Don't free band. Just a word of advice. I'm not telling you to free band. Also, remember, amplifiers are not legal on Citizens Band, and, try to adhere to the rules. But there's a lot of traffic up there and a lot of people you can talk to. There's really a big thing coming out on a sideband, and organizations coming up. And I believe it's because of social media. Social media and Facebook is driving people to get back into Citizens Band, and it's driving them to get into short wave listening and radio building. Like, I'm kind of eclectic. I'm building crystal sets and monitoring medium wave DX, and I'm monitoring short wave, and I'm doing ham radio, 2 meters, and HF code. I'm really, my hands are in a lot of things, and it's really cool. It's cool that I have a little bit of time to do that now here in my semi-retirement. But anyway, I just want to go over my log, my CB sideband log for January, and just shout out to some people, and maybe you guys will see this, and I hope you hear your names on here. I'll be on 38 with you from time to time, especially, daylight and evening hours. I notice they kind of pop up on the weekends real heavy, and Friday evening seems to be, I think everybody's off and excited to get on the radio. Friday evening seems to be a big thing, or Friday afternoons. So anyway, here's what I have in loggings for January. I have 703 from Vermont. And these are all 5.9 copies, by the way. These are all good copies. Okay, so I have 703 Vermont, 642 from California, 789 from Idaho, 243 from Maine, 496 from Alberta, Canada, 797 from Boston, Massachusetts, Montreal, Canada, 747. Did I say that? 747 from Montreal? Yes. And one contact I made just this morning, which was really cool. I had a great QSO and with this particular gentleman. He was 4311 out of Seattle, Washington. He was 5'9". We talked about a bunch of things and talked about radio, talked about what was going on with the weather in his neck of the world and my neck of the world, and we had pretty nice conversation. So, people, I think, they may have the wrong idea about Citizens Band sideband and Citizens Band in general. I'm seeing like a really big change. I mean, we still have, those few people out there who want to do some of the wrong things and behave badly. Hey, they're everywhere. What are you going to do? But there's a lot of people out there. If you don't get frustrated with the pile up, you wait and just keep calling and wait for somebody to call out to you. You're going to make contact. It's really great stuff. And I think it's a great starting place for people who might be interested in getting even into ham radio. It's kind of a doorway into doing sideband and doing DX skip. And we've talked about skip and how far you could talk. 1 minute, you can't talk to the person next door, and next thing you know, you're talking to somebody from the east or west coast from here. That's pretty good. So it's really good stuff. And okay, I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I just wanted to touch bases with everybody because I haven't been on here for a while. I have some other plans. I'm going to be doing some public service for ham radio. I'm going to be working a bike ride out in Perry, Iowa. Heartfelt, by the way. Perry, Iowa, for those of you who know what happened there. I'm glad to go out and help. There's a bike ride out there from Perry, I believe, to Rippey, Iowa. So we're going to be out there on a corner monitoring the bike traffic, and looks like the weather's going to be good for them. We had 2 feet of snow, and next thing you know, it's almost gone. So I'm glad to see the snow's gone. So they should have good pavement this weekend to do that bike ride. And I'll be out on the corner with my call sign WN9 GWC ham radio, working that for the public safety people out there and for Aries. Okay, so sounds good. Thanks for your time. This is Gene. Let me give you all the call signs. It's KB9001 MWDX, KB9001 SSB, KB9001 SWL, and WWS 429, and of course my ham radio call sign WN9 ZWC. Chase those call signs. Go get them. Great stuff. All right, thanks. Have a good night.